try their best to save the ship by throwing anything to lowering the weight of the ship so the ship will not sink. But they find Jonah was just sleeping peacefully on the deck. And they said, hey, who are you? Where are you from? Why are you here? And then Jonah said, yeah, I know it. The storm is sent by my God. Oh, who is your God? That can the storm. Yeah, the God that asked me to go to Nineveh, but I'm run away from him. And then people asking, what shall I do to you? Yeah, just throw me away. You see. But they don't believe it. I mean, yes, they feel fear. Who is the Jonah's God? It's so powerful that can send this this storm. But after they take a lot and they found out to Jonah, and then he prayed to God. Actually, they first hesitate to follow Jonah's request to throw him to the sea. But they said, Jonah, yeah, if you don't tell me that the storm is bigger, right? So finally they pray to God. In Jonah, uh, it's really pray to God with the letter G, big letter G. It's really to God, it's Jonah's God, which is God who created heaven and earth. They they said, God, I'm sorry, I need to do this. And they throw it Jonah. And after that, what happened? The storm is calm and it become more fear for them because wow, it's correct. And then they offer the the sacrifice, I mean the offering to God. So this is the way. Even though Jonah was on the run from God's mission, but yet he still can be used by God to tell. But actually, there is something that Jonah can do better, in my opinion. The first, Jonah doesn't necessarily to because of his fear, he doesn't want to tell about who is God. If only God, if only Jonah has doing and explain who is God, probably the people will know more about who is God, and probably after that, that people can be know God better. The secondly, probably Jonah also doesn't think that God is with him. He just think about himself at the time. He doesn't think about other people surrounding because he said, just throw me and let me die. So, but he didn't know that God is to protect him and use him and use the big fish to follow him, and until he was in the fish belly for 3 days and 3 nights. Then at the time to pray to God. The other thing that can okay, the first one that Jonah running away, and he learned, of course, learned from the hard way, yeah, that even he was traveling with the foreign countries, Jehovah was still sovereign. The wind and waves belong to God, and the fish too. The earth is judged and all its fulfillment. Jonah, Jonah heart turned to the sovereign of earth and sea, and then later his conscience and be saved. So the same thing as we too can be misunderstanding about God and His mission. Sometimes when God calls you and I, sometimes we hesitate. God, I cannot do anything. I'm I'm not I'm not good in speaking in front. Uh, I'm not good in telling. I'm not good listener or something else. I'm at high temper, short temper, and so on. So maybe I cannot use your teaching. They just excuse it. The same thing with even Isaiah. When God called him, he also speak up. God, who am I? I'm uh, I cannot speak anything. So, but God, if we submit him, then he will give us the way according to his will. So, what we think about Jonah, the mistake that Jonah has, because why he ran away is not thinking about the other people. He's not thinking about people who is in the board. He's not thinking about the people in Nineveh, but he's thinking about himself. Why? Why should I get sent to Nineveh? Why should I, a prophet, that need to be sent to the foreign country, to the people, to the weak people, and why should I, that can be used by God to bring the salvation to them? So, yeah, the winning soul is hard, but too hard for humans to do on their own. So, in here, do you think what we can learn to let God win souls, but through us and life as witnesses? God can turn the rock to speak. God can ask his angels to speak up to people in this world. But why can but why God asks you and I to be part of the mission? It's no other than because God actually cares for you and I. When God involve us into the mission, whatever the mission, either you are a musician, either you are as like this young man here to provide the electronic devices, the cameraman, musician, or even you just have number member and you speak up to your neighbor as helping in the small things. In whatever you do, that's the mission. And through that mission, actually God is care about you. When I was thinking about Jonah, I should not think about the other people, but I should think about myself. Actually, God, when He called Jonah, He wanted that Jonah understand that He wants everybody saved, including Himself. That's why the same thing, one of the what we call it antidote for the excuses is something that just do it away. That do not think about others. You can think about yourself, but it can be used also. God actually when involve us into mission, God want us not only we are to be saved, but also we can be His tool to bring other people to be saved. That's actually our mission. The second excuses. One is clear. The second one, what do you think that can be as excuses when you do God's mission? Yeah, when maybe in the workplace, I feel it. When I'm doing something, a change in the organization, a lot of resistance from many people. Why? Why do you think in the workplace when we do something, especially like I'm working as in IT, and a lot of things that I introduce the digitalization in the company, a lot of resistance, especially the people that used to do it the same thing year and then still continue. So the convenience or the complacency, it could be one of the big reasons why we want to avoid it. We feel convenient with this area. I feel convenient with the way that I'm doing it. Why should I spend my energy, my time, my thinking, or even I need to sacrifice my family in order to do God's mission? Sometimes this could be one of the biggest that we avoid this uh, mission call. So if we see Jonah chapter 3, and we can see now what is the the what do you call it, the result of Jonah. Yeah, long story short, after Jonah was in the fish belly for 3 days and 3 nights, and then the fish called him to the land, and then Jonah finally go to Nineveh. He being called by God again, go to Nineveh for the second time, and he go finally go there, and he went and preached. And what happened? The result. He knows that the result actually is not according to Jonah's wish. What is the result of this Jonah? So here in Jonah 3, maybe I read some of the verses, starting from verse 1. Jonah goes to Nineveh. Then the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Go to the great city of Nineveh and proclaim it to the message I give you. Jonah obeyed the word of the Lord and went to Nineveh. Now, Nineveh was a very large city. It took 3 days to go through it. Jonah began by going a day's journey into the city, proclaiming, 40 more days and Nineveh will be overthrown. That's the only message that is speak. And the Nineveh, what's the response? The Ninevites believed God. A fast was proclaimed, and all of them, from the greatest to the least, put on sackcloth. When Jonah's warning reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, took off his royal robes, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat down in the dust. This is the proclamation he issued in Nineveh. By the decree of the king and his nobles, do not let people or animals, herds or flocks taste anything. Do not let them eat or drink, but let people and animals be covered with sackcloth. Let everyone call urgently on God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence. Who knows? God may relent and with compassion turn from his fierce anger, so that we will not perish. When God saw they did and how they turned from their evil ways, he relented and did not bring on them the destruction he has threatened. Is it something that, do you think that is something that uh, Jonah wants? I know if it is something like strange. And if Pastor Sam, if being asked, Pastor Sam, if you are go for the, say, go to the city and you preach, what do you wish the people who you preach? They will repent and turn to the Lord. So you will happy if they repent. Absolutely. But how about Jonah? This is something that's strange. Actually, if I see that among the story, I thought this is the the most successful preach, right? Jonah is just a preach, just only simple. In more 40 days, this city will be overthrown. That's all. But all the city are repented. But that's something that not make Jonah happy. Why? Because he knew it. Later on, what is the result? And God really didn't overthrow the city. God forgive them. And then in the Jonah verse, in the Jonah chapter 4, this is reveal why Jonah hesitated. This is reveal Jonah main reason why he did not want to go to Nineveh, because he knew that God who is merciful, because he knew it that God will forgive Nineveh. He knew it that his enemies will be forgiven, and that's the one that make him angry. And how God to make him understand that his anger is not based, is not right. So by simply God uh, uh, put it one tree during his because he's angry, and he just sat down, and God make one tree come up, and overnight is spring up and cover Jonah. So Jonah feel calm. Oh yeah, now even though it's hot, but I have a tree to cover me. But but it's not finished there. God sent the worm that worm eat all the leaves and until the tree die. And then again Jonah was angry. Why? Why God? Why did you kill this tree? Actually, that's God want to give Jonah understanding. Look, you are love this tree more than the people. You care about this tree that grow overnight, and you take care. I mean, you never plant it. You never pouring the water. Uh, it just come overnight.
And then when it's dying, you care and you're angry because it's died. How about me? The person in Nineveh, they are they are they don't know what's right and left. They don't know that they are doing things because when they're doing the wicked, it's just like they don't understand that they do the wicked thing is against the God. So by let them know, then Jonah is used by God to uh, to send a mission. Now, is the similar excuse can be happen to the any prophets, not only Jonah, but also as I mentioned earlier, it's happened also to Isaiah. The first thing, Isaiah as called by God. The same thing, Isaiah also have excuses that he doesn't want to take the mission. And maybe I can say Isaiah 6 verse 1 to 8. I will not read it all, but I just read it from verse 3. And they were calling to another, Holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory. At the sound of the voice, the doorpost, the threshold shook, the temple was filled with smoke. Woe to me, I cried. I am ruined, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. And my eyes have seen the King, the Lord Almighty. Then one of the seraphim flew to me with a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with tongues from the altar. With it, he touched my mouth and said, See, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. Then I heard the voice of Lord saying, Whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And I said, Here I am, send me. In the beginning, Isaiah, just like many other, also have excuses to find. But God, as long as you give it Himself, you give yourself for God, and God will have something to you. Probably, if I'm not a singer, I cannot be maybe just like have suddenly become a singer or something. But God has given something to people according to His will and according to His purpose. And if I cannot be pushed, I cannot be sing, but maybe I have another thing like a simple thing that I can learn, or I can give my hand to the others like my neighbor and so on. So God's call, God's mission is to you and I. Again, it's not about for the others, but it can be also for us because God cares for us. All right. Before go, let me know if you have any something that want to ask or something to add. Please feel free. Yeah. Okay. The other thing has something